When it comes to 2024, what is on your to-do list? Well, I got to tell you, something that's on my to-do list, something that I already do every year, but something that I keep wanting to do more and more of, and something that I would highly encourage all of you to do as well, is to check your local social media, check your local city, states, find out where the nearest arcade and pinball conventions are, and go support the hobby, support retro gaming. Go out there. A lot of these games that you play via emulation, etc., or virtual pinball, wouldn't it be cool to get your hands on the real thing? Wouldn't it be cool to see the real thing, the original deal? That's what it's all about, baby. So going to these conventions has been a blast for me the last couple of years. And this weekend we went to ZapCon 2024 in Mesa, Arizona. We got some fun stories to share, as well as a ton of videos and a ton of pictures. We're going to be doing a lot of show and tell, talking about the experience, answering your questions, and all that kinds of stuff. Also, we're going to celebrate another milestone hit by this channel, as well as talk about some other things that are on our mind. All this and more tonight on Multicade Mondays. Okay, guys, we are back. We are back. Unfortunately, JJ, I will not be coming to Texas Pinball next weekend, Texas Festival, because next weekend is also the Game On Expo here locally in Arizona. So I just went to ZapCon in Arizona, and next weekend, right around the corner, we have Game On Expo, and I'm going to be going to Game On Expo this weekend because it's local, it's easy, and I've been there before, and it's usually a pretty good time. So we're going to be going to that convention this weekend, buddy. Sorry, not gonna be going to Texas. Not gonna be going to Texas. Galaga Guy is here. What's up, man? D Leon is here as well. If you're here, guys, let us know in the live chat. Jim the Pacers fan is here. Another Jim is here. Jimmy B. JJ's here. Corner K. Danny Z. Alfred Berger. Marty McFly. Great Scott. This is heavy. He's here in the live chat as well. Vader's here. Alfred Berger is here as well. We got JJ, Vader. Let's see here. If you guys want your shout outs, you got to get them in, man. You got to get them in. Darkwing is here. I met Darkwing actually at the convention this weekend, and I took a photo with him. So big shout out to Dan, another Dan out there. I think his name is Dan. Dan Darkwing. Nice to meet you as well in person. Had a good time talking to him. Pixelated Travel IR. Holy cow, what a name on YouTube. Pixelated Traveler. Oh, Traveler. There you go. Gotcha. Johnny Blaze is here as well. John is here. I can never pronounce your last name, John, but you know I love all the comments you always leave on my videos. Ando Gamer is here too. Good to see you, man. Cool. I'm going to Game On Expo too. Yep, I plan on ZapCon, I planned on only going Saturday, but I ended up going Saturday and Sunday. When it comes to Game on Expo, I am committed to going just Saturday to Game on Expo. Definitely not going Sunday. We have plans. We're going to be going to the zoo, to the Phoenix Zoo, before it gets 100 frickin' degrees out here in Arizona. It's a good time of the year to go to the zoo and walk around the zoo and have a good family day. So next Sunday, I'll be at the zoo with the family, looking at some wild animals and all that kinds of stuff. Yeah, and then we got another Cornercade here. We got another Dan here. How many guys are named Dan? Good Lord, man. Good Lord. We got a lot of Dans out there. Let's go ahead and let's put on some music here. Let's do this. Here we go. Get a little music going in the background because we are in celebration mode, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. What are we celebrating? What do you guys think we're going to be celebrating today? We hit a little bit of a milestone, on this channel, a milestone that I never for once thought was possible. And that's right, guys. We hit 20,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel. I got to give a big shout out and thank you to everyone who's hit that button over the last 4 years. Even if you've hit the button and forgot about it and stopped watching, but never unhit the button, thanks so much. People come and people go, but we've done it, ladies and gentlemen. We hit 20,000 real human beings have hit that button. Not all channels can say that. There's a lot of guys out there with 50, 60, 100,000, 500,000 subs, and they can't say that real human beings have hit that button because they buy subscribers, they buy views, they fake their clout, and it's pretty pathetic in my opinion. But this is a homegrown home arcade channel, and I feel personally like we are having a really, really good time here over the last 4 years. Am I going to do this another 4 years? I highly, highly doubt it. I highly doubt it, guys. But while I'm around, and while you guys are around, let's hang out together. Hit that subscribe button, and also click that bell. According to my YouTube analytics, only like 10% of subscribers have the bell turned on to get notifications for videos. So there you go. But yeah, 20K and climbing. We'll see where we end up before we throw in the towel. We've had a really good time, and I couldn't be prouder of the community we've built. Because my community, I tell you guys all the time, my community is my YouTube channel. That's my community. All you people who watch these videos. My community is not some other imaginary community. You know what I mean? Like, this is the community right here. The names I see in the live chat, that's the community. So there you go. We need more PDub. At some point, we're all going to retire Cornercade. We're all not going to do this forever. You'd have to be crazy to try and do this forever. So just a heads up, we will probably do some kind of a giveaway very, very soon. I don't know how soon, but very, very soon. You guys know we did that massive giveaway in December. Are we going to go back and do another massive giveaway? No, that's not within the budget at this time. But we'll try and do another giveaway, give away some stuff, maybe a couple small things, all that stuff. Okay, so let's take a look here. Oh, we got a great question here from the DeLeon Slot Car Raceway. What a great question this is. So when I go to an arcade expo, what games do you typically concentrate on? You've never played before, games you're very familiar with, or just your all-time favorites? Everyone answer this question in the live chat. This is a great question for all of you. I'll tell you what I do. I try to play things that I've never played before, such as this Starfighter machine that was there at the convention. I have played Kangaroo via emulation a lot recently, and I've fallen a little bit in love with that classic arcade game of Kangaroo. Well, turn around, they had a real Kangaroo at this convention, and I got to play the real Kangaroo, and it was so fun playing it on the real arcade machine. Typically, I try to find new things. Like if I walk up and I see like all those Stern pinball machines that I've probably played recently at other conventions or at bars or whatever, like I'll look for the other pinball machines that maybe I haven't played in 20 years or so, not until all the arcades by me closed down when I was a kid. You know, I'll try and find some, older stuff to play that's pretty cool. Like, for instance, we played Williams the Flintstones pinball. I had never played it before. We spent a lot of time playing the Flintstones Williams pinball, which I'll show you guys here in a minute. Yeah. Oh, geez, John. That's terrible, man. That's terrible. But yeah, I mean, if you see your favorites, you're going to play them. The only Cubert there was a Cubert Cubes. If there was an original Cubert there, I probably would have played it. I'm not going to lie. I probably would have played it. We all like to play our favorites. Okay, so let's get this out of here. Let's start showing you guys some cool stuff that we enjoyed. So let's go ahead and change this up here. Here we go. All right, so for those of you who are not familiar, I encourage you, because it's a fun weekend, to come out every year and check out ZapCon. They took last year off, 2023, because unfortunately, they changed like ownership of who actually runs the convention. So because they changed ownership, I was talking to the guys there, plus the Mesa Convention Center in Mesa, Arizona, where they usually do it. It's the perfect size convention center for about 300 machines, which is what they had there. Unfortunately, it was booked, so they couldn't get in. They couldn't get it booked between the ownership change and everything. So, but now they're committed to being here every year again. So next year, probably around March of next year. That's also when Game On Expo happens as well in March of next year. Like I said, Game On Expo is next weekend. So you can make a week of it. Come out for ZapCon, stay a week, party it up, enjoy Arizona, get away from the winter cold, and head on up to Game On Expo the weekend that you're heading out of town. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's pretty good. Yeah, I didn't see you. My Labyrinth was there. We're going to talk a bit about my Labyrinth. How many times do you think my Labyrinth got played during ZapCon? Let me know what you guys think in the live chat. Holy crap. Let's start throwing some numbers out there. This con had a few thousand attendees over the weekend, probably somewhere between 10 to 30,000 people probably showed up at some point. How many times do you think Labyrinth Pinball got played? Let us know in the live chat. And keep in mind, the attendees also include a bunch of little kids and stuff like that, grandmas, all that stuff. Start throwing it in the chat. So I had taken a picture before you can go into the audit history on your pinball machines. I took a picture before the machine got taken away from my house, and I took a picture when the machine got returned, and it got played a lot. It did not get played 6,900 times. 250 is too low. 200 is too low. 642 is a little too high. 900 is way too high. 112 is way too low. 1,000, no. 450 is too low. Andy's Game Room, 650. Nope, too low. No, I mean too high. Right here, Biggie Fries, good guess. It got played 568 times over the span of 2 days. 568 plays. So now my machine is upwards of like 900 plays, because I had put like 300 plays in myself while I've owned it. So you're talking my machine's closing in on 1,000 lifetime plays. And I gotta tell you something, man, everyone there at the convention treated these machines with respect. My machine never went down. It never broke. There were a lot of pinball machines that went down. There were a lot of arcade machines that went down. Labyrinth Pinball survived all the banging and the clanging. There was always a line every time. There were 2 Labyrinth Pinball machines there. Each of those machines always had a line, and in fact, Labyrinth Pinball won Best in Show at the convention. So they took a vote of like what was the most popular game, and they gave it to Labyrinth Pinball. So Labyrinth Pinball won Best in Show at the convention, because everywhere you looked, there were like a line of like 6-7 people waiting to play both Labyrinth Pinball machines. It was pretty incredible. And no damage. Machine runs great. No body damage. Nothing, man. The machines were treated with respect and care and all that stuff. They ended up giving it to the one who had the topper, which I was totally cool with. Because remember, there was another labyrinth there that actually they have the topper, and I haven't bought the topper yet. They went ahead and they gave the ribbon to her, but Labyrinth Pinball helped. It helped. All right, I'm going to show you some pictures before the magic happened, if you guys don't mind, if you'll indulge me. So some of these pictures are coming from my buddy Jake Danzig and Pinball Investments. He's my neighbor. He lives in town, pretty close to me, and him and I are good friends. He's my friend who's got about 30 pinball machines in his house, which one day I got to get over there and film for you. He had taken my machine there to the convention along with his, so he helped me transport it there and back. And whatchamacallit? What was I gonna say? So he posted a bunch. He helped set up the COD. He actually worked the COD. He's one of the pinball technicians that was there fixing machines. So he took a bunch of pictures of the con setup before all the people showed up. So I'm going to show you guys some of these pictures. As you can see, if you see some of your favorite games, go ahead and shout about. There was a lot of great ones here. My labyrinth is actually over here. These are actually the machines that my buddy Jake brought. He bought his Funhouse, Metallica, NASCAR, Spider-Man, Houdini, his Ninja Turtle Stern, his TMNT, and his Harley Davidson. Now, he was trying to sell several of these pinball machines, but he did end up selling Terminator 2 at the convention. So Terminator 2 got sold at the convention. He's got one guy who, they're kind of haggling back and forth about TMNT, but he's hoping that'll become more of a reality. Overall, it's a nice size room that, it's got plenty of space, big aisles for people to walk around in and play some arcade machines. We're going to kind of show you just some photos here. This is, as the machines were set up the night before, getting ready for the convention. So big shout out to Jake for letting us share these photos. And take a look at that. Isn't that a beautiful sight? Holy cow, that's a beautiful sight. Let's go like this. That's a beautiful sight, isn't it? Oh my goodness, look at all that fun. And I like how they mixed it up. You had pinball, arcade, then you had pinball, then you had arcade. You had pinballs all in the back. You had arcade machines all on the sides. Holy cow, it was so much fun there. This is all from the upper balcony. As you can see here, they're getting more machines inside. This was all taken the night before. This was even before the after part, the pre-show party. Remember, I went there and I tried to broadcast live at the pre-show party. And unfortunately, I didn't get a good signal until they hooked me up with Wi-Fi. You'll notice in the back here, you might see a little something here. This is the Harriman's Customs booth. If you guys remember Harriman's Customs, he's an Arizona native. He's where I got that Donkey Kong tabletop arcade machine from Harriman's Customs. And we even did a giveaway on the channel for it, if you guys remember. Also, here's that computer space game right here. The very first arcade game ever made right here. I got some more pictures of that and video. I actually got to play that, which I'll show you. Some more overhead shots. These are fun shots just to give you an idea as to how much fun can be had. You'll notice there's a Star Wars battle pod in the back corner, which is really, really cool. Yep. Love seeing your guys' feedback in the live chat. Don't know why, but I was picturing a Labyrinth topper with an animatronic PDubs, Michael B, and console kits. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool in my opinion, wouldn't it? That'd be pretty cool. All right, so obviously here's more towards the back corner where they had more pinball machines coming in. They did do pinball tournaments live there, which was cool, where you could win prizes and stuff. A lot of that was sponsored by the Electric Bat Arcade, which is right here. Got a funny story to tell you about that barbecue pinball game. Game Room Goodies was there. They're a Stern pinball distributor. So actually, no, I think Game Room Goodies and Electric Bat Arcade, I think one or both of them were doing the pinball tournament, but that's where like all the Stern games were. I did get to play Jaws over the weekend, and I've been kind of ragging on that game a little bit because I've been like, you guys remember people who see the movie and they go, the shark looks fake? But I'm just not a fan of the shark that they put on the Jaws. Like, in my opinion, The Shark, no matter what version it is, the Pro where it's permanently mounted or the other two versions where it pops up, it looks like a cheap Fisher Price toy. Like I wanted something larger and more gruesome and scary looking, really sharp teeth, open mouth with like blood and guts like all over his mouth, just like in the movies, especially at the end when he's like eating Quinn and stuff. Like that's the Jaws I wanted to see instead of that cheap little Fisher Price. It looks like a Fisher Price toy you get at a toy store. You know what I mean? A toy shark. Just doesn't look scary to me, right? But despite that bias, it was actually fun to play. So I'll show you a little bit of footage of that. So let's kind of fly through here. I got plenty of video. Oh, right here is, remember guys, last year I was going to try and buy this Pac-Man pinball machine. So here it was at the convention. The guy who was selling it didn't want to negotiate. Like he was charging more money than I thought it was worth. And I tried to get him to come down a little bit and he didn't want to come down. So unfortunately I didn't get this 1980s Pac-Man pinball. I really wanted to get it last year, if you guys remember. But I got to play it again at the convention. How many things do you need to buy now after going to the con? Oh man, that's one curse of going to these conventions is it's going to inspire you to spend your money. What's nice about these pictures is it's all the lights are turned on so you can see everything. When I start showing you my footage of the con when it was open, they turn all the lights off, right? The only lights are the machines that are on and some emergency lights like near the exits, but you can actually see these things. And take a look at that Starfighter. Holy crap. Crazy. I got to play that for a minute, but I just completely sucked at it. You know what I mean? Here's a Star Wars Battle Pod for you. That was pretty cool to see. I didn't get a chance to hop in there and play it. This did have a pretty good line throughout the convention. I mean, whenever there's a Battle Pod, I think a lot of people want to hop in there and play it. So unfortunately, I didn't get to hop in there and play it. You'll notice someone brought their Star Wars Episode 1. I have one of these pinball machines in my house. So that was fun to see. Got your firepower. You got Demolition Man over here. You guys might be able to see it. Whole bunch of older Gottlieb and stuff pinball games over here. Blackwater. I didn't play Blackwater, though. I did not. Robotron, Atari. We'll go through all these because I actually have some pretty good close-up shots. Okay, so this right here is probably one of the absolutely coolest things I saw at this Arcade and Pinball Convention was this Dungeons and Dragons, and it's a 4-player arcade, and it has both games. It has Tower of Doom and Shadow over Mystera. And no matter which game you play, all 4 players can play the same game simultaneously on the split screen. And this thing was just absolutely incredible looking. And they had some LCD screens in there and stuff, you know what I mean? Like they've kind of modernized this thing or whatnot, but oh my God, this thing blew my mind away when I saw it. You guys caught my reaction to it live. I walked past it, didn't see it. Walked back again the other direction, and then I saw it. And you guys know I love these games, right? So this thing was cool as hell to see, man. I mean, really cool. I actually hopped on there, and I played Player 3. My wife played Player 4, and we had 2 guys here during the convention doing Players 1 and 2. And we had a good time playing the game. So this thing was pretty badass, in my opinion. Let's see what we got over here. Anything worth really mentioning until we get to it? Not yet. Again, big shout out to my buddy Jake. Oh, right here we have those the pinch hitter games. Now, what's funny about these baseball games is they have the little bat inside of the game. The bat is a flipper. It's a very long flipper, and you hit a button and it pitches the ball, and then you gotta whack the ball and whatever hole it goes in. Then these characters run around the bases, and they actually run around the bases. It was actually pretty cool, and it worked really, really well. Like, I was surprised. Is it something I would ever want to own? No. It's a little too old for my liking, but yeah. It was cool. Had a bunch of Donkey Kongs there. Tetris arcade right here. but we'll get to some videos here in a minute. They had a chiller there. I've never seen an actual chiller in person before, guys. I don't think I've ever seen one. So that was kind of cool to see a chiller right here. You got the top secret right here. Galaga Defender. But we have video going up and down the rows and stuff. Right here, they had a root beer tapper and a Fix-It Felix. My wife played Fix-It Felix while I was playing root beer tapper. And I sucked at root beer tapper. Like, I could not get the damn ball past hole number 2. Like, you got to put the ball here, hole 1, then you got to put it here, hole... No, oh, wait, no, hold on. Hole 1, hole 2, hole 3, then hole 4. I couldn't do it, man. But my wife then hopped over. She played root beer tapper, and she got the ball all the way up to, I think, like, ball 6 or 7. She was a beast at root beer tapper, and she said she liked it, so that was kind of fun. But yeah, root beer tapper. There's a point blank right here. Someone tell B-Kong. Dragon's Lair 2. Got a Gravatar right here as well. Pretty cool stuff. Lots of great pinball machines. I can't complain. There were multiple Terminator 2s. There was a Deadpool there. I did play Deadpool again. I have a feeling if I bought another Marvel-themed pinball game, I might pick up Deadpool. I might pick up Deadpool. I have some video and pictures of Tron. I want to talk about that pinball game here in a minute. Let's see here. Don't worry, we're gonna get to the videos here in a second. I just wanted to show you guys these photos because it's broad daylight and you could really see everything. Right here, you got Cuber Cubes that was for sale. It did go down once during the show. It crapped out. But they managed to fix it and it was working. And it was working really well when I tested it and played it. Guy's selling it. He wants a lot of money for it. More money than I'm willing to spend. But it didn't get sold at the convention. I took down his phone number. I'm going to give him a call this week and say, hey, I saw it at the convention. I'm interested in buying it and see if we could work out a deal. You never know. You never know, right? It might happen. Yeah, I meant ice cold beer. Did I say root beer tapper? Ice cold beer. Yes, ice cold beer. Sorry, guys. Ice cold beer. This one right here. Ice cold beer. They both have beer in the name, guys. Come on, man. I've been working all day. Cut me some slack. All right. Look at this golden axe with the glass case on it. This was very, very interesting to me. You could see all the guts inside of the arcade machine. Like, it was kind of cool in my opinion. Would I want to own an arcade machine that looked like this? No. But it was cool to see. It was cool to see that somebody had done this. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, you know, you buy a controller for a video game and you can see inside and see the guts. Like, I don't know. Like, it's cool, but would I buy one like that? No, I would not. Look at this guy. He's all in on trying to get his Swords of Fury set up right here. Then we have Jaws right here. That's the Jaws I played. That's Flintstones right there. We'll show you that here in just a second. I think that's all. Oh, right here. So here's my Labyrinth. Right next to Jake's Machines. It got put right near the front door. Right near the entrance on the end. So a lot of people saw it. And there were always lines of people to play it. So look at that old Demolition Derby as well. Those steering wheels felt crazy, man. It felt like something from out of this world. And then we had these mini arcade machines that, you know, these things just have 60 and 1s in them. And Firebird Pinball sells these. But they want like $1,300 for them. I'm like, no way, dude. They got a Fathom, a Rick and Morty, a Lost World, which I played. I want to talk a little bit about Lost World. I really, really liked that pinball game. They had a Ninja Turtles Data East there that they were selling. And by the time I got the okay from the wife to make an offer on it, it had sold to somebody else. But man, I would have loved to get my hands on the Data East TMNT, which is right here. I think it sold for about... He had it listed for $4,000. And again, this is what I talk to you guys about all the time, man. Like there's some great 90s pinball machines out there that you don't need to spend $10,000 on to have a really good time, right? And have a pinball machine you're happy with in your house. You could grab something a little bit older and cost less money. I don't know if he actually sold it for $4 or if he came down in price. but the machine was in beautiful shape. And there's another reason why we needed to buy that machine. I got to grab a picture here for you. Hopefully you guys are... We're going to start pulling up some videos here for you, but I meant to grab... I meant to send this picture over from my phone to my PC. So let me just do that real quick. It only takes a quick second to do that. I got that all linked up here. Some of you know me, what is one thing about pinball machines that I love? Because I'm a immature child. Someone's got to know. Put it in the live chat. Oh, I gotta switch over here. Creature from the Black Lagoon would be great. The Shadow's a good table. I didn't play the Shadow. I didn't play every game they had there. I saw the Shadow and I didn't get a chance to play it. I didn't really like the movie, and maybe, but then again, whenever I think about that, when it comes to pinball, I think about Congo. You guys remember the movie Congo with the talking gorilla with the robotic arm? It's got the guy from Ghostbusters in it. I forget the actor's name. Anyway, Congo, terrible movie. But the pinball game is a beautiful pinball machine. Congo, the pinball game, based on the movie. All right. Now, nobody lose their minds over this. But, all right, so here's your Ninja Turtles. All right. Did the Data East version, not the newer Stern version, right? Pretty cool. He's got some Ninja Turtles on there. It's got the spinny pizza and all that. Bright green and yellow wire ramps. Stuff. It's got some fun playability to it. Is it as fast as the newer Stern? No, it's a bit slower of a game. But of course, it's got an excellent back glass. And, you know, look at April O'Neil on the back glass of Ninja Turtles. If there's one thing PDubs loves, it's hashtag boobies on the back glass when it comes to pinball machines. Oh, man. April looks stunning. Now, can you imagine if Walt Disney made this machine? They would do to her what they did to Rogue in the latest X-Men cartoon coming out, right? Like, they've removed all of Rogue's assets. Have you guys seen all the commercials and the pictures and stuff? But oh my goodness, April looks incredible there. But there you go. So yeah, that's one reason why I'd like to own that pinball machine. What can I say, man? I'm a big kid. All right, let's start finding you guys some videos and stuff. So, man, what a good time. I love going to conventions. Conventions rock. All right, let me just start picking some random ones here. So here we are, walking around, talking, people looking over their shoulders, saying, don't take video of me. Frogger's right there. My wife played Frogger. She likes Frogger. Galaxian, Double Dragon, Centipede. And this is when the convention was actually going. There was a sit-down Road Blasters right there, so that was pretty cool to see. Let's grab this. There were a few thousand people there, man, and it was a good time. You can't complain. This is heading down... Which row is this? Oh, this is the main row. I was walking past Labyrinth, and sure enough, as you can see, we had a couple people playing Labyrinth already right there. Enjoying it. Luckily, my machine did not break. You see how close we were to the front door? Man, look at all those gamers. Look at all these players. Like, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. What's kind of funny is I shared pictures of Labyrinth Pinball at the convention. And when I did that, there were a lot of... not a lot of... I'm sorry. The what's her name? Barrels of Fun. They actually shared it on their social media. That was Ninja Turtles lit up. Let's go right here. And again, they were selling this for $4,000. I don't know how much they actually sold it for, but I was ready to make an offer on it, and then they had the sold sign on it. So take a look right here. How many of you actually played the Data East version of Ninja Turtles? Let me know in the live chat. But here you go. This is me actually playing it. You can see my bracelet on the right hand. So this is some gameplay of me checking it out. I like it. Like, it's not as fast as the newer Stern game. It's a little slower, but it's fun to play. Like, it's fun. It's got a good theme. You know, it's got the music, it's got the voices, all that stuff. And I just love the colors, man. I love all the green and the yellow. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, there's a VPX version of it out there, guys. So if you want to play it on your virtual pinball games, definitely check it out. And did I unlock multi-ball in this video? I don't know if I did or not. I don't think I did because we're about to run out of time here. But I had a good time playing this one. Let's see what else we got going on here. It's fun to show this stuff off. There you go. Wanted to give you guys a shot of the playfield. Shampoo Swan says he likes the Data East version more than the Stern version. There you go. And yeah, we got some boobies on the back glass. And he had a little topper on here that said "Play Pinball, Dudes." Yep, for sale, 4,000. Again, I don't know how much he actually sold it for, but it's a shame. By the time I got the green light on it, because I had to bring the lady over there and show it to her and see what she thought of it. And some of this is like some B-roll footage. I got a nice overhead shot here. So this is when the con opened at 10. This is at 12 o'clock. And then by 1 o'clock, you can then double the amount of people in here. It looked like everyone showed up between 12 and 1. So around 1 o'clock, it had double the amount of people. But as you can see, it's not a con that's going to like wear you out and have you sweating your ass off. So right here, we got some Kangaroo. Kangaroo, I got super excited about. I don't know why people don't like Kangaroo. Kangaroo is a fun arcade game. Let's pull this up here. Okay, that monitor looks like crap on the camera, but that monitor was crystal clear in person. Look at that control panel. Yeah, I want to go to that Muskogee Gaming Classic there, Mr. Yeah, Kangaroo's cool. I think our next arcade game of the week that we're going to do, because we just did Popeye, will be Kangaroo. Let me show you guys this Starfighter. So this Starfighter was a very, very interesting machine. Now there's your thruster and your flight stick right here. And let me show you. Here's the full shot. No, I did not leave with a game. I did not leave with a game, but I got phone numbers for a few to make offers on. So we're definitely going to make some phone calls this week. See if we can make some offers and pick up something. Keep in mind, too, we were in my wife's Chevy, so like we didn't have room to haul a game with us as well. How many of you guys would like to play this, man? This thing was pretty impressive. It looked great. At the convention, I tried to play it, but I really couldn't get a handle on it. so I did not have a good time playing it because I honestly didn't know what the hell I was doing. So I was chasing some ships and I was trying to shoot them. This one had a few lines to play it as well, so that's interesting. Let me see right here. Is this me trying to play it? Okay, so I think this is footage of me trying to figure it out. Yep, you just saw my glasses right here. So over here, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, okay, I see the ships. I got to shoot the ships. And I even had some of the ships lined up in my crosshairs, but, like, they wouldn't die. Like, I should have hit them right there. Let's see. Oh, right there, someone had a lock on me. There's a ship right there. So, yeah, I was trying to figure it out. I had never played this before, so I was trying to figure it out. I'm, like, going around in circles. I'm like, okay, so if I thrust, I go that way. Okay, this way. Okay, pitch this way. Try to figure out what the little radar say. Now, watch this. Oh, and he flew away. Like, it sucked. Like, I couldn't get it going. I couldn't get it going. I got so mad. Oh, man. As you can see, there were lines for the battle pods. Everyone wanted to get in the battle pods, which was always fun to see, right? I'm trying to find, do we have it? Oh, okay, so this is something interesting. So let me grab. They had an Atari pinball game there that you guys would like to see. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. This is an original arcade machine made by Atari, but it's a virtual pinball game that's got like 3D cutouts that sit on top of the screen to make it look more 3D. But the version of pinball you're playing, let's be honest, it's like an NES, type. Like, you guys remember pinball on the Nintendo? You guys remember pinball on Nintendo? We all owned that cartridge on the NES, right? It looked and felt and played like that. This thing right here. But it actually had pinball buttons on the side. And, it was an arcade pinball game made by Atari. So I had never seen this thing in person before either, so that was pretty cool. Yes, I know, Ray, that was horrible shooting. But eventually we'll figure that out. Let's see here. Which one is this? So I think this is, my wife is playing right here. You can kind of see her long brown hair right here. I think this was her first run. She had to get up to number 4 on her first run. And look at her. She's like a surgeon, right? She's like a surgeon, whereas I was moving too fast. Playing ice cold beer. I was moving too fast, but she figured it out right there. She screwed it up and she got all mad. She got so mad that she screwed it up. Too funny. This is me. I met some viewers at the show, so that was really cool to see. Right here, I put together this. This is a video where you record a video and take pictures while you're doing it, and then it's kind of funny. You kind of see what it looks like with the flash on. So maybe we can have this rolling in the background. Oh, I played 720, guys. They had a 720 there. You just saw me playing 720. I got to tell you something, man. I've never given 720 a chance. And I played it. And it was pretty cool. Like, it was pretty cool. Like, for a little, skateboard game, it was pretty cool. You know what I mean? Right here, I was playing Cube Cubes. As you can see, that monitor looked beautiful. The real CRT, it's in incredible shape. So maybe I'll make this guy an offer. I don't know. We'll see. Right here, you have The Walking Dead. So this is just like an interesting setting on the camera where it can kind of like record a video of you posing for the picture, then you actually pose the picture. Okay, I gotta tell you something. I fell in love with Tron Pinball. So this pinball game came out a long time ago, and I kind of fell in love with it. Man. I thought it was really cool. Oh, right here, there's the back of my wife's head. She's playing, what's his name? What's the guy's, Fix-It Felix. She was playing Fix-It Felix. Yes, let me get this off here. This video actually makes me a little dizzy. I don't know how you guys are able to watch it, but that video makes me, a little dizzy. Let's see right here. What do we got going on here? Oh, so Harriman's Customs had a bunch of, so as you guys remember, Harriman's Customs, I covered their multicade. So they do multicade. So he had a bunch of these there. He had like Moon Patrol right there that has got, I think that had a pie in it. This one right here had a King of Air in it. I forget what the theme of that machine was. Let's take a look at it. I can't tell what the artwork, was the artwork there on the side? What was that? I can't tell what it is. But yeah, he's just got a King of Air in there. So again, he was trying to sell his multicades at the convention for people to check out and try. So, it's good to see him again. Him and I had a good conversation, and we caught up. And that's something that's pretty cool about going to these conventions is like the networking, like, meeting people, and then you see him again at the next convention and all that kinds of stuff. Let's talk. Okay, you guys want to hear the drama about Barry O's barbecue? I know some of you have been waiting for it. So Barry O's barbecue, my goodness, talk about drama. So I'm sitting here, I'm at the convention, and this is some footage I caught of Barry O's barbecue. This is the brand new pinball game. This was like the hot piece of news at the convention. Right there, that's Darkwing. Right there, that's Darkwing. So him and I met at the convention. So American Pinball announces this game, and then they say, by the way, guys, as soon as tomorrow, we've shipped these in secret to a bunch of locations. And there'll be a bunch of places that'll have Barrio's Barbecue for you to play. One of them happened to be ZapCon. And in fact, the serial number that was on the back of the machine was serial number 1. It was the first one off the lot. So this is the very first one. So, you know, the night before at the pre-show party, which is where we're filming this, I filmed the machine. No issues. I filmed my own gameplay, and I put a video out for it the following day, blah, blah, blah. So what's interesting about Barrio's is... what's interesting about Barrio's is I'm sitting there, and the very next day... Was it the next day? No, it was that same night. It was later on in that night when I tried to go back over there and film it a second time. Yeah, that's right. That's what happened. My apologies, guys. So I tried to go back over there to film it a second time for the second live stream I did at the pre-show party. And I go walking up to the machine, and there's a few people playing the machine or standing around the machine. One guy's playing the machine. There's 2 other people next to him. I'm sitting there, and I walk up to him, and I know when you go to conventions, you don't want to stick your camera over the glass or get up right next to the player. There's certain etiquette to follow, right? And if you guys saw that live stream, I was not too close. I was nowhere near the guy who was actually playing it. I was a good 5 feet away from him, behind him, just talking about the machine. And sure enough, the guy and the gal, apparently they were the owners of Electric Bat Arcade. They were there with this guy, and they were playing, they were watching him play the machine, right? And whatchamacallit, I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, the guy, Kale or whatever his name is, I'm sitting there showing off the machine, and then he kind of like steps in front of my point of view, and I'm like, okay, and I took a step to the right, and then he stepped over to the right, and then I looked up from behind my camera, because keep in mind, I'm looking at the back of my camera, and I look at him, I'm like, what? And he goes, you can't film. You can't film this. You can't film this. And I was like, what are you talking about? I can't film this. Everyone's been filming it all night. Why can't I film it? You know what I mean? It's like, you just can't film this right now. And I was like, okay, whatever. I just thought that they were being sensitive ass pinball players, right? So I walked away, and you guys who saw the live stream saw me walk away. Well, I guess her name is Gail. She comes running up behind me, like right after. And she's like, I'm so sorry. You can film the machine, just not right now. And I'm like, why not? She's like, just not right now. I'm like, okay, whatever. So anyway, so they left the machine alone. I went back, did some more filming of the machine and stuff. And sure enough, you guys know me. I'm a bit of a hothead, right? Like, I'm an Irish bastard. I'm a bit of a hothead. So I'm a little pissed off because I didn't do anything wrong. There's no reason to prevent me from filming this machine, right? So I walk over to them because now they had retreated to their Electric Bat Arcade booth. I walk over to them and I'm like, hey guys, first off, I'm sorry. I said, I don't know what happened back there. I said, just so you know, I was live at the time on YouTube with an audience watching, and I didn't know how to react. You guys made it very awkward for me. I said I was more than 5 feet behind the player. There's no reason for me not to be able to film what was going on. So can you kind of just, now that I'm off my phone and I'm not live, can you kind of explain to me what happened? Can you kind of explain to me what happened? And the guy from Electric Bat Arcade tells me, he goes, you just can't film right now. And I was like, did you bring the machine? Because keep in mind, the machine was over by Danger Zone Pinball Arcade, not by Electric Bat Arcade. Danger Zone Pinball brought it in. And he goes, no, we didn't bring the machine. I said, so it's not your machine? He goes, no. I said, so why the fuck can't I film this machine? You know what I mean? Like, I was starting to get really heated at the time. And he's like, we just didn't want you filming over there while we were there. And I was like, why? What's the problem? I said, I didn't do anything wrong. I said, you ended up embarrassing yourselves and made my stream awkward. I said, why don't you explain it to me? I said, that way, if I happen to be over there again later tonight and see you there, I know a legitimate reason why to respect your wish. And then the guy goes, He goes, what did he say? He said something along the lines of, oh, hey, well, you can film the machine all you want now. It's okay. And I'm like, look, dude, I said, this doesn't make any sense to me. I said, what is going on? And finally, the other guy who was playing the machine, the other guy who was actually playing the machine, stands up. This is the guy who was playing the machine, who never said anything to me about disturbing him or anything like that, right? The guy who was actually playing the machine, he stands up. He comes over. He goes, hey, man, I got to tell you something. I was like, what? He goes, I'm a Stern employee. I work for Stern. I was like, yeah, and? He goes, I didn't want to be on the internet and my employer to see me playing this pinball machine. And I said, who the fuck cares? I was like, I kind of get that and I kind of don't. But if you're at a pinball convention and your employer knows you're at a pinball convention, you are going to play machines that are not just made by your employer. And if you're working for a company that actually gives you drama and a headache over that, maybe you're not working for the right kind of company, because that makes zero sense to me. You know what I mean? You can't play any machines but ours. You know what I mean? But I was like, he's like, I know, man. He goes, I feel uncomfortable. I didn't want to be on the internet. And I said, look, man, now that you actually told me a valid reason why, my apologies. I understand. It's all good. I'll clip you out of the stream and all that kinds of stuff. I'm like, I get it, but I don't. I said, I think you're more worried about nothing. I said, but hey, man, it's your job or whatever. So, and then, because he told me the truth, then the people from Electric Bat Arcade started being nice to me again. And I was like, guys, I come to your bar a bunch. Like, my wife loves coming there because you guys have Batman 66, and it's like one of her favorite real pinball games all the time. And she wants me to buy it from you. And when I told them that, then they start laughing. Next thing you know, we're all having a good time. We're all laughing, you know what I mean? And joking around with each other and stuff. And it was all a big misunderstanding or whatever. But it was weird. It was just so weird to me. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's just so weird. It's so weird. But, hey, man, good for him, But, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you got to play your competitor machines. That way it gives you ideas as to how I can make our machines better, right? Yeah. Yeah. I told him, I said, I get it, but I don't get it, but I'll respect it. So I told him that, Eric. After that, we were all laughing, joking, having a good time. Does that make sense? But it was just a weird way to do it. You know what I mean? It was just a weird way to do it. Anyway, let's get back to this. I guess I was a bad guy. No, I didn't get the Batman 66. No, I didn't get the Batman 66. Although my wife would love for me to buy their Batman 66. She loves that games. Yeah, exactly. It was just weird. It's just weird. And then I heard, I'm not going to spread any more gossip, but I heard there's other issues there with American pinball and certain arcades is all I can say. So maybe that played into it too, but that would just be speculation. You know what I mean? That would just be speculation. All right, let's get back and show you guys a couple of things here. I think I have some photos here of that original arcade machine. That very first one. Let me see if I can find them here. Pictures. Is it here? Oh, here we go. All right, so Computer Space. I guess it's like the first arcade ever. So let's take a look right here. What do you guys think about this? So this thing was here. It was for sale. Guys, they wanted $20,000. They wanted $20,000 for this. Let's take a look at that thing right here. It's just so weird looking. It was just so weird looking. And it's basically like Asteroids, you know what I mean? The game. Take a look at that. Look at the shape of it. It actually doesn't look like something from the past. I mean, minus the ancient control pad here. Like, you could tell this thing was made, like, back in the day. But, you know, like, don't you guys think, like, do you think arcade machines in the future are going to look more like these wooden boxes? Or are they going to be more like this, right? Like, go to your local Dave & Buster's right now, or any of your local arcade. Any of the newer arcade machines are these big, like just, you know, shaped like they're made from the future stuff. Like, maybe that's what they were going for with this thing, right? But there you go. I thought you guys might want to see this right here. It was impressive. Like, I played it. It's actually fairly simple to play. I mean, if you've played Asteroids, you know, you just rotate one way, rotate the other way, and then you have thrust and you have fire. So it's just like playing Asteroids. You know what I mean? Can't flat pack that. I didn't have a hard time playing it. I didn't have a hard time playing it myself. I mean, did I set a world record? No, but I managed to kill a few enemy ships just by, you know, thrusting, avoiding their shots, and shooting them. Looks like something from the Jetsons. There you go. Yeah, we'd have to look online. I mean, it was really cool to see that there. It was like a piece of history. There's a Victory. Anyone like Victory? I didn't get a chance to play Victory while I was at the convention. I wanted to, but I didn't get a chance. Always a line for Labyrinth. Look at this line right here. You had like 6 people waiting to play Labyrinth. Pirates of the Caribbean with a kick-ass topper. I love that topper. I think that topper was absolutely beautiful. There's the actual pinball machine. Has the Dead Man Tell No Tales right here around the speakers and all that stuff. Let's go backwards here. Spectrum. So what was interesting is I learned a little bit of history there. So apparently Spectrum, I did not know this, and the guy who brought Spectrum was there at the convention, and I talked to him. Some of you may have caught this when I was live at the convention. He told me that when Spectrum was made, they made about 900. They had completely built 900 pinball machines. And then around the time it came to actually ship them out and sell them, they sold and shipped about 400 of them. So 400 of them actually shipped and are out there in the wild. Who knows? Maybe some of those 400 ended up in landfills over the years. It's kind of like the story with my Mario Brothers mushroom pinball, right? Like, they made 500 of those, but how many are actually still in existence today, right? I probably only 100 or 2, right? But anyway, so they shipped 400 of them. The 500 that were completely assembled and ready to go, the guy told me, this is his story that he told me, they apparently destroyed them, chopped them up, and destroyed them. And decided not to actually go through with selling, distributing them, or something of that nature. So it's a very interesting story. I played it. It's kind of interesting because you have to hit the launch button. There's no plunger, and it just shoots a pinball up, and it catches here, and then your flippers will turn on, and then you can start flipping your flippers. And if you lose a ball, one of your lock balls will automatically drop down, and you keep playing, right? So it was a different way to play pinball. I'll be honest, I didn't like it too much, because like you hit a launch button, the ball shoots from here to here, and then your buttons turn on. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like a traditional pinball where the ball goes up here. As you can see, there's no side rail, is there? And then once you lose your ball, these immediately pop down and for you to keep going. It was weird. Like, personally, I didn't like walk away from it smiling, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't think it was amazing. Here's me playing it. You can see my Marvel hat. I'm like, all right, how do I play this thing? It's a good time. Right here, I'm reading the directions. I'm like, okay, it clicks the ball. It puts the lotion in the basket. Okay, there you go. Right here, I'm playing one of those. I'm playing pinch hitter again. That's with the with the baseball players running around the diamond and all that stuff. So that was fun. My wife took these photos. Here's me. See right here in this photo, you can see how good the kangaroo screen looked. It looked fantastic, and it was super fun to play. Right here, I think I'm on the... Is this the first level? Yeah, this is the first level right here. I wonder if she caught me when I was on level 3. Nope. All right, Lost World. So I played Lost World. I gotta tell you something, man. I loved this game because there's so many freaking levels in this thing. It's very, very... There's like 1, 2 levels, like 3 levels. Have any of you played Lost World before? It was a lot of fun for an old 80s game, for an old 80s pinball game. I like it. Next time I see one of these at auction, I might bid on them. Bailey's Lost World. There you go. Escape from the Lost World. And no, I did not play Shadow. In fact, every time I walked past Shadow, nobody was playing it. Do people just hate that pinball game? You guys got to let me know in the live chat. It was good seeing so many gamers. Oh yeah, here's the 60 and 1s. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. It's got a 60 and 1 board in it. They're selling it for $1,200. Holy crap. Okay, so here's the Flintstones. My wife really wanted to play the Flintstones, and she really enjoyed it. So Flintstones is interesting. I think this was a Williams game. And what I loved is all like the 3D Bedrock over here, and the fact that the actual city of Bedrock right here, like mounted on the walls, like that's cool. And like they actually had a ramp that I think it brings the ball around somewhere this way as well. Attractive table and kind of fun to play. Yeah, so my wife really liked it. Did they have a Baywatch? I did not see Baywatch at the show. If I saw Baywatch, I would have been playing Baywatch like crazy. Cool little back glass, the Flintstones. It's got the DMD on it right here. I would recommend you give Flintstones a shot if you ever see it out in the wild. Here it is right here. There's Blackwater. That was the Star Trek, the first Star Trek. Not the old 1970 Star Trek game, but it's based on the old TV series. That's one of the newer ones. That was my Lost World. Traded it towards Cactus Canyon. Miss it, but worth it. Oh, there you go. Well, I had a hell of a time playing it, man. Here's some creature from the Black Lagoon. I don't know who this person is, but looks like I caught him mid-blink. She's blinking. Who Done It? Champions Pub. Got a burger time right here. Man, it was just a good time. Overall, it's a pretty good time. Here's this, video pinball. It's called Atari Video Pinball. And here's some interesting pictures for you. Have any of you guys seen this thing before? I had never seen it before. These little bumpers and stuff, like these were actually above the monitor, like above the screen, to kind of give it more of a 3D look. All these little bumpers up here and these little things. It was interesting. Right there. I'd never seen this before. So that was cool. Like I said, you always want to try new things. Here's that Pac-Man. Again, I'm still burnt that I couldn't buy that Pac-Man last year. He had a Discotron right here. I think some of you guys might like this. This Discotron was beautiful. Take a look at that Discs of Tron. Let's go this way. Oh, it's like the perfect nightlight. The perfect nightlight. Anyway, Atari Pinball is very rare. There you go. Look at that. That's a big-ass machine. Holy cow. That thing was huge. And then we found out that there's a big story behind the Beat the Clock challenge as well. I think these are ultra rare too. I can't remember what the guy said exactly, but he said it on my live stream. He told us a story about it. We'll have to go back and watch that. I forget what it was off the top of my head, but I think these are rare as well. Good stuff. No one playing Terminator 2. What's up with that? Dragon's Lair. There you go. Yeah, so here's Tron. I really liked playing Tron. You could see the kind of the half smile on my face. I like this game. I had never played it before. So if you see it, go play it and tell me if you like it as much as I did. The light effects and everything were incredible playing this Tron. I think this was a Stern game that was made a long time ago. But yeah, I had a good time. Cuber Cubes, baby. Anyway, I just noticed what time it is. There you guys go. So to round things up, big thank you to everybody for helping us hit 20,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Also, I had a lot of fun at ZapCon. I highly recommend, if you guys have a pinball or an arcade convention in your area, go check it out. Support these events. You're gonna have a good time. Bring the kids. All the little kids were in heaven. And you think like they'd be like, "Oh my god, it's not Mario Brothers!" Like the kids were in heaven playing all these arcade games. And then make sure you support those. Support your local arcades. All that kinds of stuff. There you go. Drop a like on the way out. Congrats. There you go. Also, do us a favor and give us a thumbs up on the way out. If you watch the show on replay, give us your feedback and stuff. Next week, we'll be back to doing our more traditional shows. We'll let you know the winners of our Popeye arcade contest, as well as our Pinball FX one play challenge. And we'll also have our 1943 mod hopefully done to show off to you guys next week as well, and walk you through that Multicade mod, which is what this show's supposed to be all about to begin with. So we got a lot of cool stuff coming, man. We got a lot of cool stuff. Got a lot of great content I want to get out this week. I got Glenn's GRS shotgun video. My goal is to get that done this week as well. So if you're interested in that, send in light gun video. I should hopefully have it out by the end of this week too. So there you guys go. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and you guys have a great night. I'll talk to you real soon. And remember, it's Monday. Do me a favor on Mondays, guys. Before you go to bed tonight, fire it up and go play your multicades. I'll talk to you guys real soon. ZapCon was awesome. Next week, Game On Expo.